I'm thinking we can move in and tell it it's a whole energy story because we do roofing and windows.
Right.
So a lot of
envelope.
yeah, exactly. A lot of window companies are afraid of Eichlers because they've got these big plates of glass.
Right.
And they're really not that difficult if you know what you're doing. But you have to be more of a glazer in understanding how to approach these big walls of glass.
Yeah.
But it's not expensive. So I'm thinking that we're going to run into Eichler customers that have gotten $25,000 window estimates, 20 grand, because they don't want to mess with it. So if we can be doing a roofing and a window story, I'm thinking that we might be able to find a little niche in these areas and pick up a nice sized job.
So an R30 is usually the standard what they want because
For insulation and steel.
That's right. So you can easily give that by putting that on their top of their roof.
So an R30 is
With 2 layers of 2.5.
and that's 2 layers of 2.5 inch.
2.5 inch.
Okay.
And that would be, and that goes on first, loose laid. Okay, what I mean is that they're going to put it in place.
Right.
Then you're going to put a dense deck over the top of it. You don't have to, but that's the Cadillac version is the dense deck over that.
Okay, so we just lay 2 of those layers out loose.
Staggered.
Staggered.
seams.
Stagger seam.
Okay.
How you loose lay it. What we're talking about is the Cadillac
I have
version.
it back here, but this is the polyiso, so this is the first layer, and the next layer is a standard dense deck, 1/4 inch.
And can you explain to us what a DINS deck is?
It's just a fiberglass
Gypsum board.
gypsum board.
For fire ratings it'll give you a Class A fire rating.
Exactly.
So there's your story.
It's kind of like a hardy backer board for tile.
Because your story should be that you want to give them, they need R30, and they want to be a Class A roof.
Yeah.
And the way to obtain that is 1 layer of ISO,
Or however many layers needed for
or how many layers, or none, because you can just go dense deck too. So,
Right,
So
of
basically,
course.
for the Cadillac version, you're going to go R30 insulation, dense deck over the top of that 1/4 inch gives you a Class A.
And it's 1/4 inch?
1/4 inch. Then you're going to mechanically fasten that down.
Okay,
All
so
3 layers now get mechanically
Right.
fastened together
Right.
to the wood deck. You know.
and do
using-
these fasten to the rafter?
No. Those are gonna, usually on Eichler, there's gonna be a 2x8 tongue and groove, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you can screw into that, just go into that, they'll penetrate, you can go into that, 3/4
inch.
yeah, an inch, is fine. Now,
Okay,
on
and
the,
how thick are the tongue grooves?
They're 2 by
They
2 by 8,
They are
so they're an inch and a
they're
half.
2 bys, huh?
Yeah, they're an inch and a half, so you
yeah,
can go
they're
in an
usually
inch.
tongue and groove.
Right.
So you screw
Solid.
all that down, all those layers down together, using 5 fasteners per board,
So 5 fasteners per 4x8?
4x8.
Okay.
Alright, so basically, tear off, first layer goes down, first layer 2.5 goes down, second layer goes on top of that, staggered,
Right, so opposite direction.
right? Those are loose laid, the 2 ISOs are loose laid. Dense deck 1/4 inch goes on top of
Staggered
that,
off
staggered
that,
again.
off seam, yeah.
Off seam that, staggered, mechanically fastened, 5 fasteners per board, 1 in each corner, 1 in the middle. Okay, so 5 fasteners per board, so you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
That holds the material down. Now, then the last thing goes over is the membrane. So you're laying out your membrane.
Okay, so we have each 4x8 on each corner, it's fastened with, do you have a fasten? Well, that's
This is
just what
a
it goes.
membrane plate, but this is the screws, and we have different lengths, depending on how much ISO you're putting in. we have
So the
faster
screws
speed.
penetrate into the decking approximately 3/4 of an inch.
With a 3-inch insulation plate.
Yeah, with the 3 inch insulation plate.
So there'll be a plate that the screw goes through to
Screw
hold.
in.
It looks just like that, it's just a little bigger.
Yeah.
That's the
And it is a
that's the
round, it's a
welding
round
area.
plate.
It's, yeah, a little cookie, about that big.
Exactly.
But you suck them down into, so they're almost flush with the
They'll be
top.
flush, because there'll be a flat back on
Yeah.
it, so they'll flush down.
And actually, don't they have the grabbers on the bottom?
That's for the,
That's this
that's
one,
the
the
membrane,
membrane.
for the membrane. So you use 2 different styles. You use one's an insulation plate, it's really simple to remember. Insulation plate for
Right.
insulation, seam plates for the membrane.
So what the homeowner is gonna be mostly interested in, of course, is that those beautiful, open, true cathedral ceilings are not gonna be damaged.